Welcome back to part two. I knew that this was going to go on a little bit longer, so today is talking about point 3 and 4. Okay, I have noticed something. We're talking about hot yoga, by the way. If you haven't listened to part one, if you haven't, go and listen to it and find it. I'm talking about hot yoga, but it's not really about the yoga vibe. It's about that commitment of doing something for 6 months. And this is where we begin the day. I have realized that I am very impatient as a person. Oh my goodness. It's taken me until I was 40 to really acknowledge that. But now I fully do. I am an impatient person. I want things to happen really quickly. And what I've also realized is they don't. They don't. And the stuff that is the big stuff, usually it takes longer. So if I think about things that I've done in my life, like grown 2 children, it takes nearly 10 months for both of those. These are not like overnight moments. Moving into this house, it took, nearly 40 years and 5 months. Going to drama school, it took 3 years to get to the point where I was ready to go, even though I was impatient and I left 5 months early because I got 2 jobs. But that's another story for another time. I am better when I have bandwidth, when I have capacity. And here's what I mean. I have a full and busy life in lots of areas. And sometimes that pressure of saying, I've got to make a decision and do all of these things within an hour, sometimes that can be really hard. And that sense of getting all my ducks in a row in a short period of time, it actually doesn't help me. I need a bit more time to go through the process, to go through the motions of experimenting, trying, failing, giving it a go, regrouping, reflecting, going again, bringing a new idea in at the last minute, etc. And I have realized that when I have longer to do something, I have that sense that it's going to be more long term. And I've noticed this with running. So I've run on and off for the last, 15 years, maybe 15 years. But in July 2018, I got really into it again of making it something that I could do with ease, that was going to be part of my life. So I did the Couch to 5K. That was really great because I built up that momentum. And then I got pregnant with Luna, and then I had a baby, and I had Luna. And then other things kind of happened, but I started to get it back afterwards. And what I've realized is that having that bandwidth, it allows you to try again, to get back up, to do things imperfectly. Now, if I said that I had to do the same thing every day for the rest of my life, otherwise I wasn't serious about it, I think I would really struggle, because there's stuff that goes on in life and sometimes you're needed. I've got 2 young children who are 3 and nearly 7. And I want, part of my success is being a good mum to them. For those listening on the podcast, I did bunny ears because I'm not saying like my success, but that I want to be present. And so I'm not going to be like, sorry, I committed to this meditation practice at 6 o'clock. I'll just leave you to vomit in the corner over there. Like, no, things need to be flexible. And I've really realized that your habits, your goals, your patterns of behavior have to work with your life. So the fact that I knew within that 6 months I was going to be on holiday for a week and I was going to be abroad, so I wouldn't be able to get to the studio, I had to be able to sit with the fact that that was okay. That was okay to be able to do that, to not go for that week and yet still be committed to the process. Number 4, I want to talk about your expansion of your mind and your body. and really making sure that you're giving yourself plenty of opportunity to do that. Now, this doesn't have to be trekking along like it's an easy thing, going to the Himalayas or going to hot yoga every day or bungee jumping or skydiving or anything like that. I'm talking about those things, those daily activities that get you out of that sense of feeling stuck, feeling confined, feeling heavy, feeling like all of those really dense feelings, into that process of lightness, of expansion, of possibility, of that belief that you can do anything. And certainly I know this weekend that's gone past, that was October the 1st, where people were like, right, okay, bills are going to go up here. We're entering into that phase of autumn, like things are going to get costly. And sometimes it's enough to have all of that other stuff going on of like, oh, well, I've got to pay this, or I've got to do this, or I've got to take care of this person, or this needs my attention. And what can happen when you layer on all of these things is you can get smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. And what happens then is that you can't make decisions that you want to make. Maybe your creativity is lacking. Maybe that morale that you would usually have in yourself that goes, come on, Nick, you can do this. Maybe that is lacking. So I challenge you to look at ways that you can make moves that are going to be in favor of what it is that you want, where maybe you're physically expanding your body like you do in yoga, or sometimes that sense of pouring water into your body and making sure that it's hydrated. I was explaining to this with my son yesterday. He'd been having one of those days where he'd just been like running. It felt like running, doing all sorts of things. He'd been to a party, he'd been to something else. He was playing football in the park, and it felt like he was absolutely parched and he needed that water into his system. That is an expansive move. Making sure that you sit down and you have some proper lunch, making sure that you have 5 a day of your fruit and veg or whatever. Those are expansive moves. And I think it's those little tiny moves that pile on top of each other and form really great building blocks to getting you closer to what it is that you want. And if you do those consistently, you don't even question them after time, because you just become somebody who drinks ample water every day, or you become somebody that says, do you know what, I'm really tired tonight, I'm going to go to bed, everybody. You become that person. Those are part 3 and 4. I'm going to be back for parts 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. So 5, 6, 7, 8. So come back here, check them out, and we'll hop into those. And you can hear my washing machine, which has suddenly gone into overdrive. But again, an expansive move. It's a hot, sunny day today. I'm getting those clothes on the line in the garden. That's it for now. Thanks so much for watching, for listening. I'm sending you lots of love. And as always, I love to hear your thoughts. So do comment, do email hello@nikkiraby.com. Do check out my shop and my work with me page. As always, the links are down below. All right, lots of love. Bye.